Welcome to this lecture on Applications of Mean Value Theorem by Dr. Rajesh Singh.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. So yesterday we did some applications of mean value theorems, right? So we have seen when a function is increasing, when a function is decreasing, and how how the value of how the sign of derivative is related to the function being increasing or decreasing, right? So today we will continue with the same, and we will prove the first derivative test using mean value theorem. Okay, so that is another application of mean value theorem. So we'll prove first derivative test using mean value theorem. Okay, so let me just share with you the first derivative test which we are going to prove now. So this is the first derivative test. What it says is that f is a continuous function on the interval ab. C is an interior point of I. So C must be an interior point of the interval, and we assume that f is differentiable on both the interval AC and interval CB. So it need not be differentiable at C, but f is differentiable on the open interval AC and CB. Then if there is a neighborhood C minus delta to C plus delta contained in I, such that on the left of C the derivative is positive and on the right of C the derivative is negative, then the function has relative maximum at C. Okay, so basically if you draw it on a number line, okay, so this is your C, and sign, you are just checking the sign of derivative f dash x. So on the left of C it is positive, on the right of C it is negative. Then so in this case f has relative maximum at C. Okay, is it fine? Okay, so this is your first A part. This is what your A part says, and then your B part. In your B part you have the same thing. You just check the sign of this. Now the sign changes from negative to positive. Okay, so B part negative to positive, then f has relative minimum at C. Okay, this can be a very small neighborhood on the left of C and on the right of C. Okay, this delta can be very small, but it should be negative throughout this interval. Okay, C minus delta to C plus delta, C minus delta, C plus delta. So then the sign of this f dash should be negative and positive on the left and right of this. So C minus delta, C plus delta. Is it fine? Yes. Is the statement clear to everyone? The first derivative test.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So now we are going to prove this using our mean value theorem. So we are going to prove the part A, and B part can be proved on the similar lines. Okay, so proof of part B is on the similar line, so we just need to prove the proof of part A. So we have to show that the function has relative maximum at C. So to show the function has relative maximum at C, what we have to show? If we have to show that the function has relative maximum at x equal to C, what we will have to show?
F dash x is greater than equals to f dash c.
No. Fx is less than equal to fc for every x in the interval I, right? In fact, sorry, in the interval c minus delta to c plus delta, in some neighborhood of delta, right? So we will show that in this neighborhood of delta, the function will be fx will be less than equal to fc for every x in this. So we will pick any x in this. Okay, we will pick. So claim, we will show that fx is less than equal to fc for all x belonging to v delta c intersection I. In fact, this v delta c is contained in I, so we know we don't need to take intersection I because it will be equal to v delta c, which is equal to c minus delta c plus delta. So this is what we are going to prove. Okay. So for this we will take let x belongs to c minus delta to c plus delta be any arbitrary point. Okay, and x is not equal to c. क्योंकि x equal to c पे तो इक्वालिटी है ही हमारे पास, राइट? So we are taking the case when x is not equal to c. Or you can take the, अभी इसको ले भी सकते हो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है हमें. Okay, so now we will do it in 3 cases. So case 1, when x is less than c. Okay, so x is less than c, then what we will do? Now then f is continuous on x to c, f is differentiable on x to c. Why is it so? Yes, since f is continuous on AB and xc is subinterval of AB, also f is differentiable on AC. ठीक है, c पे differentiable नहीं, so this implies f is differentiable on xc. ठीक है, क्योंकि xc is subinterval of AC, so this is why. So by mean value theorem there exist, अब क्या आएगा, क्योंकि x और c ले रखा है हमने तो हमें कुछ नया नोटेशन देना होगा. So let us call it as dx. ठीक है, it depends on x, so let us call it d. There exists d belonging to the interval x to c such that क्या हो जाएगा, fc minus fx upon c minus x is equal to f dash d, right? Yes.
Yes, sir.
So fc minus fx is equal to f dash d c minus x. Now what is the sign of this? What is the sign of c minus x?
Positive.
Positive, because c is greater than x, right? And what is the sign of f dash d? It is given to us. d कहाँ पे लाई कर रहा है यहाँ पे? So x is here, right? X is here and d is here. So कहाँ क्या sign होगा d का? f dash d, positive. ठीक है, so which is greater than equal to 0 since c minus delta is less than x, less than d, less than c. So this implies d belongs to c minus delta to c. This implies f dash d is greater than equal to 0. c तो positive है ही x से, so this is greater than equal to 0. This implies fx is less than equal to fc. So case 1 में तो हमने प्रूव कर दिया कि fx is less than equal to fc. And now case 2. Case 2, when xc is less than x, then again f is continuous on cx and differentiable on cx. So by mean value theorem there exists d star belonging to cx such that क्या हो जाएगा यहाँ पे, fx minus fc upon x minus c is equal to f dash d star, right? So that implies fx minus fc is equal to f dash d star x minus c, right? Now what is the sign of this? X is greater than c, so this is positive, this is negative, because d star is on the right of c and the function has a negative sign on the right of c, right? So this is less than 0 since d star belongs to c plus delta and f dash d star is less than equal to 0. Okay, is it fine? So this implies fx is less than equal to fc. And case 3, x is equal to c, then fx is equal to fc. So from all the possible 3 cases, we conclude that तीनों cases में यही आ रहा है, we conclude that fx is less than equal to fc for all x belonging to c minus delta to c plus delta. So hence thus f has relative maximum at x equal to c. Okay, is it fine everyone? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so same way you can prove it for the B part. Okay, the proof is similar to A. Okay, so you can prove it on your own. Okay, exam में maybe you might be asked the second part क्योंकि उसका proof नहीं कराया हुआ है, so they might ask you for the second part. So it follows from the same, it follows on the same lines. You have to make minor adjustments. So just try writing the proof of this second part. Okay. Is it fine?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now, so we have seen that if the function if the function is changing its sign from positive to negative, from left to right, then it is relative maximum, and if it is changing its sign from negative to positive as we move from left to right of c, then the function has relative minimum at c. But you must notice that if the function is changing its sign in any interval, so left side में भी अगर positive negative हो रहा है और right side में भी positive negative हो रहा है, ठीक है, that is you are not able to find any interval around c in which the function is changing sign from positive to negative. ठीक है, मतलब if you are getting any situation like this, ठीक है, if you have any situation like this where c is this is any interval, any delta neighborhood of c minus delta, you take any delta neighborhood of c, then you have both positive and negative sign on the left of c, both positive and negative. ठीक है, and यहाँ पे भी both positive and negative. Then you cannot conclude anything. Then we cannot conclude anything. So we may have functions which has maximum extreme relative extremum at c. Okay, so there may be functions which has relative extremum at c, and still the function will have both positive and negative signs on the left and right of c. ठीक है, so इस तरह का कर्व नहीं बनेगा वहां पे. Is it fine? You will not get a shape like this there. In this situation, you will not get a shape like this. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So let us just make a note of this remark. So note the converse of first derivative test is not true in general. That is, In other words, there might exist function f that has relative extremum at point C and in any delta neighborhood C minus delta to C plus delta of C, the derivative of f, that is f dash x, is both positive and negative in C minus delta to C and C to C plus delta. Okay, so it is both positive and negative on C minus delta to C and C to C plus delta. Okay, is it clear? So for example, let us take a function of this type. So for example, so you have a function, consider the function fx equal to 2 to the power x4 plus x to the power 4 sine 1 by x when x is not equal to 0 and 0 if x is equal to 0. Okay, it can be seen that the function f has absolute minimum at x equal to 0. Since the function has absolute minimum at x equal to 0, but its derivative f dash x has both positive and negative values, has both positive and negative values in any neighborhood of 0. Okay, in every neighborhood of 0, in fact, you can say. Yes. So why it is absolute minimum at x equal to 0? Can anyone prove this fact? Can anyone prove it that it has absolute minimum at x equal to 0? देखो 0 पे तो
Yes.
0 है ही. अब इसको पॉजिटिव प्रूव कर दो अगर तो तुम्हारा एब्सोल्यूट मिनिमम 0 हो जाएगा. Why it is positive this thing? Why this thing is positive?
Because x to the power 4 is positive.
नहीं, but sin 1 by x तो नेगेटिव हो सकता है. This can be negative. So ये साइन नेगेटिव हो जाएगा. So for x not equal to 0, fx is equal to 2 to the power x4 plus x4 sin 1 by x, right? So if you take x4 outside, you will get 2 plus sin 1 by x. Now what is
Also sine
the
range
maximum possible value or minimum possible value of sine is minus 1.
minus
So this
1
is greater than equal to
equals to x to the
yes, which is equal to x to the power 4 because sine 1 by x is greater than equal to minus 1, right? Sine की value maximum क्या है? minus 1 से 1 है. So this is always positive, right? In fact, this, so you get this to minus 1, which is good, which is equal to x4, which is greater than 0. Yes, which is greater than equal to 0, right? In fact, your x is non-zero, so this is non-zero. So you can say this is strictly positive. This is strictly greater than 0, right? Because x is non-zero. Thus, fx is greater than f0 for all x not equal to 0. So that implies fx is greater than equal to f0 for all x belonging to R. Hence, f has its own entire domain, so f has absolute minimum at x equal to 0, right? Now for
Sir,
x not equal to 0, what is f dash x? Derivative of this, right? So what is derivative of this? It is 8x cube plus 4x cube sine 1 by x plus x4 cos 1 by x into minus 1 by x square, right? So what is this? This is 8x cube plus 4x cube sine 1 by x minus x square cos 1 by x. Now you can give values to this x such that you get this negative and positive values in each interval. Okay, so what values you can give? एक बार x को ले लो, xn ले लो 1 by 2 n pi. ठीक है, take xn equal to 1 by 2 n pi. ठीक है, so this will become sin n pi, and take yn equal to, so this you will have to take 2 by 4n plus 1 pi. 2 by 4n plus 1 pi. So ये basically pi by 2 फॉर्म का हो गया ये वाला, and odd numbers ले रहे हैं हम और वो भी 4n वाले, ठीक है. And so basically we are coming into the कौन से quadrant में आ गए, we are come, ठीक है. So इस तरह से then you will see that f dash of xn will come out to be, ठीक है, f dash of xn will come out to be less than 0 for n greater than equal to 2, ठीक है. And f dash of yn will come out to be positive, ठीक है, it will come out to be positive, strictly greater than 0, ठीक है, right? So then what will happen? So now if you take any interval around 0, so this number will be there in that interval and this number will also be there in that interval, right? If you take any interval around 0, this interval will be there and this will also be there. So the function will have both positive and negative values in the neighborhood, in any neighborhood of 0. क्योंकि कोई भी डेल्टा लोगे तो by Archimedean property you will be able to find some n such that this will belong to that interval c to c plus delta, right?
Sir,
If you take any delta for any delta greater than 0 by Archimedean property, there exists m belonging to z positive such that 1 by 2m pi is less than delta, and also 2 by 4m plus 1 pi is less than delta. We can always choose such m, ठीक है, ऐसे नेचुरल नंबर्स को चूज कर सकते हैं. So then this number belongs to this interval 0 to delta, and this number also belongs to 0 to delta. So both positive and negative sign are there in the interval 0 to delta. So for any delta you will have this, right? So hence the function, that f dash is both, f dash has both positive and negative values in every neighborhood of both positive and negative values in every neighborhood of delta. ठीक है, ये verify कर लेना कि it will come out to be negative and it will come out to be positive. It is very easy to verify this thing. ठीक है, is it fine everyone now? In that converse of first derivative test need not be true. Okay, is it fine? Is it clear everyone?
सर एक बार और एक्सप्लेन कर दीजिए।
देखो हमें शो करना था कि डेरिवेटिव विल हैव बोथ पॉजिटिव एंड नेगेटिव वैल्यू। सो हमने उसके लिए क्या करा, एक ये वाली सीक्वेंस ले ली एक्सन, एक ये वाली सीक्वेंस ले ली, और इस पे जो है f डैश साइन जो है नेगेटिव आएगा। इस पे व्हेन यू विल पुट दिस वैल्यूज इन दिस, then this will come out to be negative and this value will come out to be positive. Now if you take, so अब हमें क्या aim है, we have to show, so we have to show that the function, the derivative f dash has both positive and negative value in every neighborhood of 0. So we have to take every neighborhood of 0, right? So we have, so for any delta we have to prove it. So if you pick any delta, if we pick any delta greater than 0, then by Archimedean property we will be able to find one such number which lies in this interval, right? In fact there will be infinitely many, m से बड़े जितने भी नंबर लोगे वो सारे इस इंटरवल में आ जाएंगे, जीरो डेल्टा इंटरवल में आ जाएंगे, right? Because this, okay, so by Archimedean property such numbers will be there in this interval and this number will also be there in this interval. So इसका मतलब क्या है, यहाँ पे नेगेटिव वैल्यू है, इस पे पॉजिटिव वैल्यू है। So f dash has both positive and negative values in every neighborhood of 0. ठीक है, is it fine?
यस सर।
ठीक है, okay. So how much time? Okay, we have a lot of time. So next we are going to see how we can approximate. So another application of mean value theorem is that we can approximate, in fact we can use location of roots of a function. By Rolle's theorem we can use location of roots. Okay, another application, roots of a function using Rolle's theorem. Okay, so this is another application of mean value theorem. So we will locate roots of some known functions using Rolle's theorem. So what example first is, okay, so first is show that between any two roots of sin x there is a root of cos x. Also between any two roots of cos x there is a root of sin x. ठीक है, so हमें ये शो करना है कि show that between any two roots of sin x there is a root of cos x and also between any two roots of cos x there is a root of sin x. So why this is happening?
Because
Yes,
सर 45 डिग्री पे cos x और sin x इक्वल होता है, मे बी
नहीं, क्योंकि देखो sin x का डेरिवेटिव cos x की फॉर्म में है, राइट? डेरिवेटिव ऑफ sin x इज cos x एंड डेरिवेटिव ऑफ cos x इज माइनस sin x, और माइनस sin x और sin x का रूट सेम होता है, राइट? जहाँ पे माइनस sin x 0 होगा वहां पे sin x भी 0 होगा, ठीक है? सो दैट इज व्हाई, तो जब भी कोई फंक्शन है जो दूसरे का डेरिवेटिव है तो उसका रूट्स वो हो जाएंगे, डेरिवेटिव का रूट जो है दो फंक्शन के रूट के बीच में आएगा, ठीक है? लेट अस ट्राई टू प्रूव दिस. Okay, let a and b be any two roots of sin x. ठीक है, that is sin a is equal to 0 and sin b is equal to 0. Without loss of generality assume that, क्योंकि अभी पता ही नहीं कौन सा बड़ा है कौन सा छोटा है, so we can assume a is less than b. Claim there exists c belonging to ab which is lying between a and b says that cos c is 0. Okay, so for this what we do is we take let fx equal to sin x for all x belonging to R, and gx equal to cos x for all x belonging to R. Now, f being a trigonometric function is continuous and differentiable everywhere on its domain. ठीक है, अपने डोमेन पे. So sin x का तो डोमेन पूरा R है, तो पूरा R पे ही. बट ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिक फंक्शन, क्योंकि कुछ ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिक फंक्शन ऐसे होते हैं जिनका डोमेन पूरा R नहीं होता, तो जहां पे भी मतलब डिफाइंड होते हैं वहां पे वो कंटिन्यूअस और डिफरेंशिएबल होते हैं. So f dash fx, so f is continuous on closed interval AB, f is differentiable on open interval AB. Also, f of a is equal to f of a b is equal to 0, because we have taken a and b to be zeros of sin x, right? So by Rolle's theorem, there exists c belonging to AB such that f dash c is equal to 0. That is, f dash c क्या हो जाएगा? Cos c is equal to 0. ठीक है? So hence cos has a root lying between a and b. ठीक है? Hence proved. Similarly, you can prove the other part of this question. ठीक है? Similarly, you can take a and b to be roots of cos x, and then you will get minus sin c equal to 0, and that will imply sin x equal to 0. Right? The converse part can also be proved on the similar lines. The converse part of this question can also be proved on the similar lines. Okay. So general question of this is result. So general question is between any two roots of f if f is continuous and differentiable. Okay. Differentiable function on its domain, जो भी domain है, ठीक है? Then between any two roots of f, there is a root of f dash. ठीक है? सेम प्रूफ आ जाएगा, क्योंकि दो रूट लोगे a and b, फिर उस पे रोल्स थ्योरम लगा दोगे, तो यू विल गेट अ रूट ऑफ f dash which lies between the two roots of f. ठीक है? सो ये मेन रिजल्ट है जो अभी हमने यूज करा है. दैट दिस इज द मेन आइडिया कि अगर कोई भी फंक्शन है तो उसका डेरिवेटिव का जो है उसके दो रूट्स के बीच में आएगा डेरिवेटिव रूट. ठीक है? इज इट फाइन? सेम लाइंस पे इसका प्रूफ भी आ जाएगा. ठीक है? सेम लाइंस as of previous question. ठीक है? Is it fine? So you can prove it yourself. इस क्वेश्चन की तरह ही आ जाएगा. यहाँ पे you will pick any two, let a and b be any two roots of f. Sin की जगह f हो जाएगा. So f of a is 0, f of b is 0. So without loss of generality, you can assume a less than b. Then you have to show that there exists c belonging to ab such that f dash c is 0, which follows immediately from your, because you are given f is continuous on AB, f is differentiable on open interval AB. Sorry, make it open interval. Okay, f is differentiable on open interval AB. Then by Rolle's theorem, there exists c belonging to open interval AB such that f dash c is equal to 0. Okay, so you can prove it on your own. Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Is it clear to everyone? Yes, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, we are going to approximate some root using mean value theorem. ठीक है, approximation using mean value theorem. Now we are going to see this approximations using mean value theorem. So this is another application of your mean value theorem. We are going to do this question. So question is approximate root 105 up to with an error less than 10 to the power minus 2. So basically you have to get the approximation correct up to 2 decimal places. Basically, what does this mean? Okay, with an error less than 10 to the power 2 using mean value theorem. Okay, so we can use mean value theorem to approximate this root 105 with an error. So error less than this means that is correct up to 2 decimal places. ठीक है, इसको इस तरह से भी लिखते हैं. कई बार क्वेश्चन में ये पूछ लेंगे तुमसे कि approximate root 105 correct up to 2 decimal places using mean value theorem. So same work you will have to do. So let us try to prove it. Okay, so what we will do is we will take the function. क्या लेना होगा हमें फंक्शन, क्योंकि ये रूट है, so we will take fx equal to root x for all x belonging to r positive, right? This is defined on positive real numbers, root x, yes, r positive union 0, non-negative real numbers, 0 को भी ले सकते हैं. Is it fine? अब नेक्स्ट क्या करना होगा हमें, we will take a equal to एक इसके आसपास का जो सबसे क्लोजेस्ट स्क्वायर रूट है, वो स्क्वायर है, वो लेना होगा, परफेक्ट स्क्वायर जो है इसके पास का. Which is the perfect square closest to 105?
100.
100. So we will take a equal to 100 and b equal to this number 105. Okay, is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so then f is continuous on AB, right? F is differentiable on open interval AB. So by mean value theorem, क्या होगा by mean value theorem? There exists C belonging to 100 to 105, right? A to B such that क्या हो जाएगा, f of 105 minus f of 100 is 105 minus 100 is equal to f dash c. Okay, so that is, this is root 105 minus root 100 is 10 upon 5.
Yes.
Is equal to, ये क्या हो जाएगा, 1 by root c, right?
Yes, sir.
If you will simplify this, you will get root 105 is equal to 10 plus 5 by 2 root c. Mark it as star. Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
क्योंकि 5 को इधर ले आए पहले और फिर 10 को इधर ले आए, तो then it comes out in this form. So अगर हम root c को increase करेंगे तो क्या होगा?
Overall
this number will decrease, right? And if we decrease root c, then this number will increase, right? Now 100 is less than c less than 105, so this implies 10 is less than root c less than. अच्छा, इसमें क्योंकि 105 का रूट नहीं पता है, तो what we will do is we will take another right side में जो nearest square root है, which is 1 to 1, right? 1 to 1, 11 का square root. This is 10, this is 11. So this implies 10 is less than root c less than 11. So use this in star. So using this in star, what you get is क्या आएगा यहाँ से 10 प्लस, क्योंकि ये वाला अगर बड़ा रूट सी के बड़े से रिप्लेस करते हैं तो नंबर छोटा हो जाएगा, so 5/2 to the power 11 is less than root 105 is less than 10 plus 5 upon 2 to the power 10. So this will come out to be, if you divide 22 को इससे 5 से डिवाइड करोगे तो what you will get is 10 point, so 5/22 कितना हो जाएगा, so this is 0.50 is 2, so 44, so you will get 60, so again 2, so 60, then 16, so 160, 22 7 से आ जाएगा, okay,
0.0228
0.2278 नहीं आएगा, 72 यहाँ पे नेक्स्ट 2 आएगा, क्योंकि 22 into 7 is 154, ठीक है, और 160 था तो 660, so again 2, ठीक है, 72, right,
yes sir,
and this is less than 105, this is less than, और ये तो हो जाएगा 5/20 is 0.25, right, 10.25, fine. Now what is the error? इन दोनों का डिफरेंस देखो कितना आता है, 10.25 minus 10.2272, so what you get is 8220 0.02, which is not less than 10 to the power minus 2. Okay, so error in this case is 0.02, which is greater than 10 to the power minus 2, right? 10 to the power minus 2 is 0.01, but this is 0.02, so we will have to go one more step. We will have to one more step. So अब यहाँ पे ये वाले, यहाँ पे हमने 11 से रिप्लेस करा था लेफ्ट साइड में, अब हम 10.25 से रिप्लेस कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि रूट सी इज लेस देन 105 और रूट 105 एंड रूट 105 इज लेस देन 10 to the power 10.25. ओके, सो वी कैन रिप्लेस दिस 11 की जगह यहाँ पे हम 10.25 यूज कर सकते हैं. ओके, so note error is equal to 10 to the power 25 minus 10 to the power 2272, क्योंकि इन दोनों के बीच में ये इसकी वैल्यू, तो एरर इतना है, सो दिस इज इक्वल टू कितना हो जाएगा, यस, दिस इज कमिंग आउट टू बी 0.228, राइट, which is greater than 10 to the power minus 2, but we needed error to be less than, since error is greater than 10 to the power minus 2, so we will have to proceed further. ठीक है, सो हमें इसको इम्प्रूव करना होगा, जो हमने यहाँ पे ये डिस्टेंस लिया था इसको इम्प्रूव करना होगा. Now root c is less than root 105 and this is less than 10 to the power 25, so using this in star, ठीक है, इसको तो 10 ही ले लो, 10 is less than root c which is less than, so अब हमने 11 की जगह इसको ले लिया है. Now then using this in star what we get is 10 plus 2 to 10.25 is less than root 105 is less than 10 plus 2 by, sorry, 5, this is 5, 5 by 210, right? Is it fine? अब इसकी वैल्यू क्या आएगी अप्रोक्सीमेटली, इफ यू विल फाइंड इट, तो 5 upon 20.5, right? So this is when you will divide 0, then ये 50 हो गया, so this is 2, so 41, 9 आ गया, तो 9 के लिए you will have to get 4, so 4 से इससे करोगे तो 90 और 4 से करोगे तो you will get 82, right? So you get 8 0, so this is 3. So अब 3 से करोगे तो 5 और कितना जाएगा 615, right? So this you will 800 here, so you will get, what you get is 195. So this is 195, almost 9 is 8 या 9 आ जाएगा. So this is approximately 10.243 या 39 कर दो, चलो closest है 39 कर दो. So make it clear, which is less than root 105, and this is 10.25. Now what is the error at this step? Error is 10.25 minus 10.2439. So this is equal to 1, then 6, अब ये 4, so 0, 0, 0. So which is less than 10 to the power minus 2, right? So hence, so क्या वैल्यू दे, कोई भी इन दोनों में से कोई भी वैल्यू, हमारा रूट 105 is lying between any two, so कोई भी नंबर in between you can give it, ठीक है? So root 5 is approximately any number you can give in between these two. So कौन सा नंबर देना चाहोगे? Is approximately 10.245 कर दो, ठीक है? Yes, in between these two. Is it fine? Is it fine? So this is an improved error. और क्या कर सकते थे, इन दोनों का मिड पॉइंट दे सकते थे तो और बेटर इंप्रूव हो जाता वो एरर. दोनों का मिड पॉइंट दे दोगे तो, क्योंकि फिर इन दोनों से डिफरेंस लोगे तो वो आ जाएगा, ठीक है? क्योंकि दिस लाइज बिटवीन दीज टू. इज इट फाइन? इज इट ओके? यस,
Yes, sir.
अप्रोक्सीमेट, ठीक है, यूजिंग योर मेन वैल्यू थ्योरम. सो इस तरह से ही कर सकते हो. तो तुम्हें रूट के ही ज्यादातर क्वेश्चंस आएंगे अप्रोक्सीमेट करने को, क्यूब वाले कम आएंगे. सो दिस इज हाउ यू कैन अप्रोक्सीमेट यूजिंग मीन वैल्यू थ्योरम. This much is enough for today. So in the next class, that is on Monday, we will do some inequalities using mean value theorem. That is another application of mean value theorem. So we will do some inequalities, and then there is one result called Darbox theorem, which is nothing but which is an intermediate value theorem for derivatives. So that those two results we will do on Monday, and then we will finish this section 6.2, which is mean value.
Yes, sir.
Any questions from anyone? Okay, so as there are no questions, I'm ending this class. Bye everyone, have a good day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for watching this video. To stay updated, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Cosmos Learning. Happy learning through Cosmos Learning. To watch more, click on any of these cards. Thank you once again.